The night he sold me, I thought my story ended there. But I was wrong. The biggest storm of my life began the moment my alpha came back.
The night his enemy took me in. The rain that night wasn't normal rain. It felt heavier, colder, almost like the sky itself knew I had nowhere left to go. I remember running, bare feet slapping against wet ground, clothes sticking to my skin, hair dripping down my face. Every step I took felt heavier than the last, not because of the rain, but because my heart felt like a stone. My alpha, the man who promised to protect me, had sold me like I was nothing but a number, a transaction, a problem he wanted gone. My vision blurred, not just from water, but from disbelief, from betrayal, from the kind of pain that numbs your whole chest and leaves you gasping. And then a black car stopped beside me. Its headlights cut through the rain like blades. The door opened. A man stepped out. Adrian Black. His name alone made people freeze. CEO, cold, powerful. The enemy my alpha always talked about. I expected him to push me aside or ignore me like everyone else. But instead, he looked at me, really looked, and he said the 5 words I never expected to hear. You're safe here. Come with me. Just like that. No judgment, no questions, no hesitation. And I didn't understand why my alpha's worst rival cared more than he ever did.
Part 2. My first night in Adrian's mansion. Adrian's mansion wasn't just big. It felt like another world. High ceilings, warm lights, quiet hallways that echoed softly with every hesitant step I took. I was shivering uncontrollably. Rainwater pooled around my feet. My fingers wouldn't stop shaking. Adrian noticed. He didn't say much, he never did, but he walked away for a moment and came back with a thick blanket. He wrapped it around my shoulders with surprising gentleness. Rest, he said. You've been through enough. Just those words, simple, calm, soft in a way I didn't expect from a man like him. He didn't touch me again, didn't crowd me, didn't demand anything. He just sat across the room, giving me space to breathe. Space I didn't realize I needed so badly. For the first time in so long, someone listened to my breathing like it actually mattered.
Morning came quiet, too quiet. I stretched, trying to shake the tension off my body, but before I could stand, I heard footsteps. Sharp, heavy, angry. And then I heard him. Where is he? My heart stopped. My alpha, he had come back. Not to apologize, not to check on me, but with a tone that made me feel like I was property he misplaced. I moved slowly to the hallway, my legs weak, my breath uneven. And there they were, Adrian and my alpha, standing face to face, 2 storms colliding. Adrian spoke first, his voice sharp as steel. You sold him. You don't get him back. My alpha's jaw tightened, his fists clenched. He is mine. The hallway felt smaller. The walls felt closer. My lungs felt tight. I stood there, between them, not physically, but emotionally torn apart. Adrian's eyes were calm but cold. My alpha's eyes were wild, full of something messy, anger, regret, desperation. And me? I just wanted to breathe without collapsing.
My heart pulled in two directions. Adrian turned toward me, and for the first time I saw softness in his eyes. Not pity, not manipulation, just understanding. His look said, "No one will force you again." My alpha, on the other hand, his expression broke me. There was regret, so much of it that it almost hurt to look at him. There was anger, not at me, but at himself. And beneath all that, something else, something fragile, almost like fear. For the first time, I wondered if losing me actually hurt him. Part 6. The first piece of the truth. Adrian asked me to sit. His tone was careful, like he wasn't sure how much I could handle. Then he said something that froze my entire body. "Do you even know who your alpha sold you to?" I swallowed hard. My voice barely came out. "No, I don't." He sighed softly, not with annoyance, but with pity. "He sold you to a lab, an experiment, a dangerous one." My heart stopped. My stomach twisted. My breath shook. The alpha who told me he would protect me was ready to trade me to people who didn't even see me as human. I felt something break inside me. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly, like a small string snapped. Part 7. When my alpha finally spoke. That night, the rain came again. I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing Adrian's words, kept replaying everything. I walked to the window and froze. My alpha was standing outside my door, in the rain, in the cold, not moving, not leaving. Hours passed. He just stayed there, silent, drenched, still. In the morning, his voice reached me, soft, breaking, barely holding itself together. "I made a mistake, but I came back for you." And I didn't know if it was the truth or another lie wrapped in guilt. Part 8. Adrian's past, my future. Later, Adrian called me to his office. He didn't look angry or frustrated, just tired. There was an old photograph on his desk, him and my alpha, standing side by side, smiling. I blinked. I couldn't believe it. "We were friends once," Adrian said quietly, "before he betrayed me." He exhaled slowly, "And without knowing it, you became part of that betrayal. My entire world shifted under my feet." Part 9. Why were they fighting over me? Things finally started clicking. Not everything, but enough to terrify me. I wasn't just an omega to them. There was something inside me. Something people wanted. Something dangerous. Something powerful. My alpha had said, "You carry something powerful." Adrian had said, "They want what's inside you." But neither of them ever told me the full truth. And that silence was louder than any truth they could have spoken.
Part 10. Alpha versus Adrian, because of me. That night, I walked into the living room and saw both of them again. The tension was suffocating, like the walls were holding their breath. My alpha spoke first. Let him choose. Adrian responded instantly. You lost that right the moment you sold him. Their eyes locked on each other, full of history, pain, anger, betrayal. Then, slowly, they both turned toward me, and for a second, my heart genuinely stopped.
My throat felt dry. My hands were trembling. Every memory of every moment swirled inside my head. Then, finally, with a shaky breath, I whispered, "I don't want to go back." My alpha's face shattered completely. He looked like someone had ripped something out of him. His eyes dropped. His lips trembled. He took a step back, like he couldn't breathe. Adrian didn't hesitate. "Then you stay here. You're safe." His voice was firm, steady, unshakable. For the first time in my life, I felt chosen. But the story didn't end there. Night fell again, quiet, still, until the sound of engines cut through the silence. 3 black cars pulled up to the mansion gate. Not ordinary cars, armored, tinted, heavy. The organization, the same people my alpha had sold me to. My breath hitched, my heart dropped, my knees almost gave out. I stepped back instinctively, fear swallowing me whole. Adrian immediately pulled me behind him, protective, sharp, ready. And then, something I never imagined. My alpha stepped forward and stood next to Adrian. Not against him, not fighting him, but with him. To protect me. Both of them, enemies, rivals, opposites, shielding me with their bodies, as if I was something they were finally willing to fight for. And in that moment, I finally understood. My life was tied to both of them, not just by love or loyalty, but by a secret inside me that could change everything. And that secret was about to be exposed.